So, I'm always coming with the informative chats. Okay, so here's something that passed my mind today. Did you know you have freedoms? If you live in the United States, you have the U.S. Constitution, Bill of Rights, Miranda rights. You have freedoms, guys. I just want to inform you guys at the top of the top law, as stated, you have the right to freedom of speech. That means you can say whatever you want. You don't have to suppress or oppress yourself or feel that way. What else do you have? You have freedom to volunteer every day, which is called free will. That means you can get up every day and volunteer to do anything or everything you want to do every single day. That's your freedom. Okay, what's another freedom that we have? Let's see. So the next freedom, so we said freedom of speech, and then we have freedom to volunteer, which is free will. You have the freedom to bear arm. So what does that mean? That means you can go get a weapon and get a license for your weapon and learn how to use a weapon if needing it for self-defense. Now you have to study what self-defense is because not everything is self-defense, but you have that freedom to bear arm in the United States with a license properly, okay? You also have freedom to practice whatever religion or spiritual practice you want. So there's a lot that comes with that. You should read up on that. Other than that, you have the right and freedom to an attorney. What else? There's just a lot you have that you need to realize as an adult. And let's just say all these freedoms are put in place so that you are not enslaved and you are not in slavery at all, right? So a lot of people, what I realize is a lot of people like to enslave or entrap people, and they do it mentally. And how they do that is slander, defamation, judgment, and what is the saying? Only God could judge. Yeah, remember that. Only God can judge. These people aren't God. So every time you go to sleep at night and you go to sleep with peace on your mind, it's because God is the provider of peace. Okay? People aren't that. People are not that. People are not that. Okay? So as long as you realize that every time, like, let's say, for example, you go talk to somebody or you go get a reading and you put your life in someone's hands, you're literally giving your life over for a second, trusting a person to understand that there are boundaries, spiritual boundaries that they must respect, and they must respect you. You get what I'm saying? So every time you go and put your life in someone's hands, at the core, they should give you respect. If a person continuously thinks it's okay to disrespect you, to step on you, to enslave you, to entrap your mind, every time you give them a chance, that is a sign from God that that person doesn't know shit and doesn't know anything. So be aware, be mindful that as long as you're aware that you're not a slave. You don't have to be talked at. You don't have to be disrespected. You don't have to go through that. When a person tries to insult or assassinate your character blatantly and think that's respect or think that's okay, they have a problem. You get what I'm saying? With themselves. They don't have morals, values, principles. And mind you, that's also more of what you need to learn in this world is that adults, they have morals, they have values, they have principles, they have values, they have, if they're an asset to any team, they would value those things: manners, kindness, justice, fairness, balance. But there's a lot of people that are never going to tell you this, that are never going to speak on these topics because they're going to, abuse these things that are set in place. So if you come across a person that knows all these things, that's aware of all these things, that has this information, that's the type of person you want to put your life in the hands of, because that person is going to treat you better. You get what I'm saying? In life, treatment is everything. You get what I'm saying? It's not just about how the way something looks or, for the moment. You really got to discern people, because people are wearing masks, very much wearing masks, and they're sneaky and conniving and, and then they will mask it with like hidden like, oh, niceness, just being yourself and being genuine to yourself first and foremost. That can't be manipulated. You get what I'm saying? People can feel things. You get what I'm saying? They can feel it. You get what I'm saying? Feelings gonna tell everything. If a person wasn't being kind to you or genuine to you or nice to you, just understand. Just understand where they're at. You get what I'm saying? Understand where they're at in life. They're hurt. They're in pain. They don't know how to forgive. They're suffering. You get what I'm saying? Forgive them, for they don't know what they do. You get what I'm saying? As long as you know yourself and know that you have freedoms, you are free. You get what I'm saying? You don't have to listen. Be yourself, do your thing. They can't kill you. A lot of people try. This is the last thing I'll talk about. Last thing I'll say is people try to assassinate people's character. And assassination is killing. A lot of people are killers in spirit, and they will try to kill your joy. They'll try to kill your peace. They'll try to kill your happiness. They'll try to kill your self-esteem. That is equivalent to being a murderer. And that is tried in spiritual court. So, just look at the fruits of people's labor. You get what I'm saying? In their environment that they're in, and the things that they talk about and how they treat themselves. You'll see a lot of what I see. And then you just choose wisely the next time around. Like, oh, okay,